Aaron, when you hit the 50th one, you said, I couldn't care less because it wasn't a loss. What will you remember about this one in particular?
Big G's grand slam to win it. It's this one's a little better than the loss in Anaheim, that's for sure. But just an all around all around great team game. Like I just look back at those last four at bats leading up to Giancarlo. You know, Rizzo right behind me, great swing. Double to get in scoring position, and then Glaber right behind him, great at bat, walk. Donaldson, just fighting off a tough pitch just to get Big G up there with a chance to win it, and it's. That's what this team's made of. Kind of slow to start, especially against a good rookie pitcher, but, guys worked hard till the very end. So like I said, I'll remember those at bats and that Giancarlo grand slam walk-off.
Tyler, when you're done, if you could pass it to Chris in front of you.
Aaron, Giancarlo is the only other player in the majors right now who's hit 59 home runs, let alone 60. How has it helped you, or how has it impacted you to have literally the only other major leaguer who's come this close as your teammate? How has he helped you? How has it impacted you?
Well, I think getting a chance to get to know Big G and get a chance to pick his brain over the years is, just helped me mature as a player, mature as a person as well. A guy that's, he's been in the league since he was, I think, 19, 20 years old. He's seen it all. He's been through it all. He's been through the MVP race, won an MVP, been through the seasons of hitting 30, 40, 50, 59 homers, been pitched around. He's seen it all. So getting a chance to have him in the lineup with me, work with him every single day, pick his brain about approaches. How do you face these guys? What do you do against these guys? All it's done is just, I've tried to soak in everything he's told me and, use it as best as I can. So, he's helped me grow as a player, leaps and bounds these past couple of years.
Chris, center.
We talked to you in Milwaukee about Giancarlo struggling lately, but what could it mean for you guys as a team if he gets going and finds his swing?
Well, we saw it, past couple of years in the playoffs. We go back to 2020. What he did in the postseason, man. The guy, you couldn't get him out. And then the one game wild card we had in Fenway the year before. It could have been, if it were playing at home. That's 3 homers that he hits. He's one of the biggest pieces of our offense, if not the biggest. When he gets hot, there's no telling what he's going to do on a nightly basis. So, even tonight, he had a couple of rough at-bats to begin with, but the guy, he didn't care. He was getting booed. It doesn't matter. That just shows you how mentally tough he is to go up there in a big spot, after already, a couple of strikeouts, groundouts, whatever, to show up, put on a good at-bat and win us the game, So, he's a leader in that clubhouse, and, we ride and die with everybody. It doesn't matter what you do. He continues to show up, put in the work, and we got a couple weeks left to tune it up and, get ready for the postseason.
Eric and Joel to the right.
Aaron, what or who convinced you to take the curtain call?
The whole team, and then Booney, I think. I really didn't want to do it, especially, we're losing. It's a solo shot. I was more focused on, getting ready to watch Rizzo's at bat and see what he does. But, I kind of joked around with Matt Carpenter earlier in the year. I think he had 2 homers in a game or something like that, and he got a curtain call. I was like, man, I've been here for 6 years. I've only got 1 curtain call, So I guess it takes hitting 60 to get another one. But no, it's a lot of the stuff I do, man. It's for those fans. The fans that show up on a nightly basis. If we're winning, not winning, grinding it out with us all the way to the end. A lot of fans could have left and packed it in tonight, but they stayed there and hung out with us. So, they deserve to have that moment, and it's one of the reasons why I do it.
Okay. Dom. Can you grab it? Preston, grab it. Yeah, there you go. Take a couple more.
Yeah, Aaron, I was wondering if you've seen much video of Roger Maris or studied or learned much about him, and if there's anything that you've seen that maybe kind of jumps out at you that impresses you. And one thing, I guess, kind of ironically, they had to push him out of the dugout for a curtain call when he hit his 61st also. I'm just wondering if anything you've seen from maybe watching video of him that kind of you admire or that jumps out at you.
Just what I've seen from, old videos of games. The guy, was a great teammate. He never made it about himself. You know, like you said, I look back, I know exactly the moment you're talking about, kind of the team pushing him out there for the curtain call. That just shows you what type of leader and what type of player he was. You know, just hit his 61st, broke a big record, and at Yankee Stadium, I don't know how, I think there was maybe 20,000 people there, and he, you know, went out there and gave a little curtain call. It just shows you that he's about the team, and you know, was always focused on that. So, you know, I don't know too much, but I'll definitely do a little bit more research on him. That's for sure.
Take these last two on the right, back right.
In the situation you were in, the pitcher doesn't want to walk you. 3-ball count. Were you confident at that point you were going to get something to hit?
You never know, you know, because I look back at all my at bats and I was, you know, chasing a lot of pitches out of the zone all night. But that's where these past couple of weeks you really got to lock it in. You might only get one pitch to hit or one pitch to, you know, get on base. So, you know, in that situation, I kind of cleared all those other at bats where I was chasing stuff out of the zone and just said, hey, you know, look for something you can drive to, you know, kind of get a rally going. And, you know, luckily I got, you know, a little sinker over the middle and tried to put a good swing on it. And, but you got to stay locked in all those moments. You never know. He could have walked me, and that would have been fine too. You know, because I know Rizzo behind me to get the job done. But you just got to stay mentally locked in on every at bat.
Take a last one, Christy.
What was your first curtain call for?
Against the Royals, I think the rookie home run record, I believe.
And what was your feeling when you hit number 60? What was your initial reaction?
Kind of like, damn, I know. I wish I would have done that with the bases loaded, you know, a little earlier in the game. You know, I was a little upset at myself. You know, just, you know, especially early in the game, I had a couple situations to either get the inning going, do something to get started, and then that situation where, you know, we're up by 1, bases loaded, you know, 1 out, and then, you know, striking out. So I was kind of kicking myself while I was running around the bases, like, man, you idiot, you should have done this a little earlier. But you know, the team picked it up and we were able to pull that one out.